endless nightmare unseen. Rise, O dire Lord, claim the night, harness the void, unleash your might. In darkness bound, yet unafraid, the legion's call will never fade. With shadow-clad armor and a will of stone, the unleashed legion fights, never alone. Through blood and bone, through fire and rain, victories echo a tireless refrain. Rise, O dire Lord, claim the night, harness the void, unleash your might. In darkness bound, yet unafraid, the legion's call will never fade. So remember his name when the skies turn black. Arfex the dire Lord leading the pack. For realms unknown, his legend flows. Where the shadow leads, the unleashed go. In the shadows embrace, where the blood runs deep, Arfex stands a vow to keep. Blades of anguish, hearts of dread, life stolen, the dire Lord is fed. Rise, O dire Lord, claim the night, harness the void, unleash your might. In darkness bound, yet unafraid, the legion's call will never fade. From silent plains where echoes will, a crimson path is dark and trim. Fear's a weapon, sharp and keen, an endless nightmare unseen. Rise, O dire Lord, claim the night, harness the void, unleash your might. In darkness bound, yet unafraid, the legion's call will never fade. With shadow-clad armor and a will of stone, the unleashed legion fights, never alone. Through blood and bone, through fire and rain, victories echo a tireless refrain. Rise, O dire Lord, claim the night, harness the void, unleash your might. In darkness bound, yet unafraid, the legion's call will never fade. So remember his name when the skies turn black. Arfex the dire Lord leading the pack. For realms unknown, his legend flows. Where the shadow leads, the unleashed go. In the shadows embrace, where the blood runs deep, Arfex stands a vow to keep. Blades of anguish, heart.
All right, folks, how's everyone doing? We are positioned at the fort. We're going to be going through the patch notes as well. In case you guys didn't know, there was a patch just a little bit ago. So we're going to work through that here shortly. All right. Yeah, there was slightly more than what she had originally mentioned, so. Plus, I had to send that exploit over to, well, it's not an exploit, but I had to say send something over to Savanya too. I don't want to post it on their regular Discord because people would just see it and abuse the shit out of it until it was fixed. So. Yep. Yeah, we'll see how this goes. Just be careful for now until we see what this does. Don't go heavy. Yep. What do you mean you're going down? Like, I don't know what any of that means. Hit Alt Tab. Okay, the game just crashed. Go back in. You're okay, babe. We're really stable. This dude is not really hurting me at all. Yeah, I mean, the part of it is you guys have debuffed the absolute shit out of this mob. Like attack speed, armor. Yep, you should be good. Alright, next bleed is up. Oh, you're lucky. Is this person not attacking? Like... He punched me once for 38 damage. And what just happened to the time of day? Like it instantly just went night for me? Is that... I didn't... Well, he did cast because he mezzed our enchanter. Yeah, we'll get to the patch notes here shortly. Incoming. Monk incoming. Alright, he went right for y'all. Alright, Ready Blade is up. Blood Fiend is up. Well, we're caster heavy, and their stuff's getting resisted real bad. My Arcane Terror will not hit this guy. Well, they're hitting, but they're probably not ticking for real high damage because of the resistances. Let me see what my life tap. Okay, that one hit. Alright, 1 second till Ready Blade. just a second till I can get Ready Blade on again. Nope. Ready Blade failed. Yeah, he's parrying and dodging most of my shit, so. Hey, did Ready Blade hit? Nope. Ready Blade missed. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Damn it. I'm just gonna start tapping. Hey, Ready Blade's on. Blood Fiend out. Yeah, this dude dodges like everything I'm throwing at him. My readiness gain is terrible. Hey, this should give us a full level, right? Well, when we kill him in 20 minutes while he's running. Jeez, why did you say that? He immediately turned to the fort. At least he doesn't give us a full level. That was definitely not worth the amount of XP we got. Yeah, I mean the cash was okay, that's for sure. But 12-minute kills, not so great. Now let's see. I mean that was a monk. Let me con this guy. The heavy. Yeah, yep. Yeah, we can try spiders. Yeah, it's pretty rough. Yeah, AVP spiders. Your favorite. Are those our level or are they higher? Yep. That we did. Yes, there is a patch today. It just finished. The patch notes are not on the launcher right now, but the patch is released. Monk of Socking, thank you for the follow. Welcome in, sir. For solo, it wasn't bad. For a full group, it was not great. Yep, give me just a minute, guys. We'll read the patch notes in just a minute. We were trying the fort camp to get established there to see how it was, and then we're gonna try doing some AVP spiders to get Merida finished off on her level 18. It's gonna give us a lot more stability because I'll be able to use Divine Favor. But yeah, there is a patch pretty significant in its content. I feel like I've done this run a couple of times. Dark, no torch, didn't even get a mob on me. If I had Merida, though, that butt pool. Yeah, I see him. He's right there. All right, while you guys are coming in, I'm going to read these patch notes. All right, patch notes. All right, so the first part is various NPCs in Thronefast, Avenir's Pass, and Wild's End have been changed from group to solo. So there's going to be less chevrons, more solo mobs. Additional uncommon, rare, and ultra rare itemization added throughout the game. Fantastic. The chance for uncommon loot has been added to several solo humanoid NPCs, so non-chevrons. So you'll be able to get some stuff with stats that are uncommons off those guys. Several NPCs in Silent Plains and Eastern Plains have had their factions corrected and their power levels adjusted to appropriate levels. In general changes, increased XP a bit for mobs below your level. So XP rate has gone up for lower level mobs. That's good. Wild water geckos should no longer have inexplicable powers of flight. So no more flying geckos. Spider Omen has learned to not lurk directly on the path between the Shaman starting area and Avelia in Thronefast. Instead, it now lurks nearby, better to pounce upon foolish adventurers who stray from the safety of the path. Several of the rogue trait vendors have switched allegiances and should no longer feel compelled to attack rogues seeking their service. Sephiria in Demeth Village has acquired an updated inventory. Best not to ask her where it came from. Wander Gem Rodell has had second thoughts about rock climbing activities and can now be found in a much safer position. A new carpenter has just taken up residence in Demeth Village. Items: frog skin, used in alchemy, now may occasionally be obtained after killing a large frog. Chitin fragments are no longer improperly flagged as no trade. The potency of effects provided by Celestium Dust of health, magic, prowess, and tireless have been increased. The blackened wood bowstaff should now probably receive its second attack. The slagwood bowstaff should now properly receive its second attack. Mountain lion blood and bat blood should now both be usable in the alchemy kit. Centipede legs and centipede mandibles are no longer incorrectly flagged as alchemical reagents. Wisp weave wristbands now equipped to the correct item slot. Vesper hide shoulder pads now equipped to the correct item slot. Brigandine bracers will no longer masquerade as a pair of gloves in the player inventory. The drop rate for rat whiskers has been increased. Vendor purchase prices for crafted armors have been adjusted. Gathering. Several gathering nodes and Avenir's Pass that were previously inaccessible due to terrain changes have been adjusted to once again be accessible. Crafting. Salvaging. Worn dagger may now be salvaged with the appropriate tool. Weaponsmithing. Schematics for crude weapons and their components should now reflect the actual skill needed to craft the item. When crafting a champion's great hammer, the component should now be accepted as valid. Fletching. The schematics for crude weapons and their components should now reflect the actual skill level needed to craft the items. Leatherworking. When crafting a sellsword's cap, the basis should now be accepted as a valid component. Tailoring. When crafting an adept's gi, the basis should now be accepted as a valid component. When crafting a headband, the basis should now be accepted as a component. Adept's leg wraps, same thing. When crafting a scholar's tunic and scholar's robe, the basis should now be accepted as a valid component. Yes. The schematic for the seeker's equipment should now create the correct items, and the channeler's shoes schematic should now create the correct item. So lots of crafting fixes, item fixes, some NPC changes, a boost to lower level mob XP. So as you're killing lower level stuff, like you're struggling to get groups and stuff. Yeah, we can do that. So all in all, sounds like a good patch. What'd Chaos say? Thanks for showing me a new way to get here, Arthex. Oh shit, yeah. It doesn't look like it. Alice needed that carpenter last night in Demeth. He'll be stoked to hear about it. Absolutely he will. Seems to let me get to you guys over on Twitch. What class are you playing? Dire Lord. Yep. Seems to be two camps regarding the design of MMOs as new games. Design will only appeal to older gamers that enjoyed this style. Two, present day gamers are hungry for this because it's different. It's fresh to them. Which are you, Arthex? How's it going? On my way home from work. Haha, what level are you guys now? I'm back on my main. This guy is level 18. We're trying to get married to 18. That is true. I feel like that is accurate. There are two camps of folks. One is, hey, this appealed to me because nostalgia. And the other one is, hey, this game is different than anything I've played before. Why? Like, why do people enjoy it? So we had somebody on the stream yesterday that was talking about, like, I play this with my dad, but I don't understand why he likes it. It seems really, really slow to me. And so what we did is, he was a wizard. So I said, why don't you try playing something like a monk? And he jumped back on and was like, I really like this. Thank you for the recommendation. The stats granted from them, I would assume, is higher now. That's a good question. I mean, if they change the result, I would think it would change the item, unless they created a whole nother set of item IDs. It depends on how they pair those together. All right, not a problem. Make sure you don't burn out too, by the way. This doesn't have to be a career. We appreciate what you do, but also we want you to have fun in the game too. Yep. Oh, yeah, he's running around. Yeah, we're good. Sal, welcome back. How are you? I greatly appreciate what you did yesterday. That was awesome of you. Thorcrow Zeno says behave. Stay out of trouble. They're on right now, actually. I think Trexid was on earlier. Yeah, he should wander back across, like in front of this rock where that skeleton's at right now, or that gremling. Yeah, it's really, really dark. The moon isn't out yet. It's behind the mountain. I thought I saw a spider, but it turned out it was a speck on my monitor. It goes behind and to the right of this pillar, or this rock. I'm gonna grab that gremling. I'll put a smudge on my monitor. There's one. Here he is. Orphan Weaver right next to you. Oh, I thought you had him. I got him. It looked like he was running at you, but it turned out he was just moving. How is survivability with Dire Lord? Good. No, Fort was easy. It's just they're so fucking spongy. You have to have like 3 wizards to make that DPS work. They have too many hit points. Like, we were stable as shit to kill a monk, but it took like 10 minutes to kill the guy. And it wasn't worth the XP. But yeah, monk, survivability on Dire Lord is not bad. It's not bad at all. Once you get a little higher and you get like your Blood Fiend and whatnot, you're pretty stable from a solo perspective. I'm moving, so only Smiter and I should be next to this and the pets. Try to range the Shriek a little bit. How's mana? All good? We should be able to pull it then. Got him. Alright, Ready Blade and Blood Fiend are up. I'm gonna be tapping. Yeah, Torque, they just made it worse. They gave solo XP more mobs and more XP. There was a patch today? Yes, there was a patch today. It's the neck. So whoever doesn't have one loot, then we'll roll it on whoever needs it. It's the neck. That's the neck. 2 stamina, 2 AC. I mean, that's legit for anybody. Hit points and AC. So, babe, do you have a neck? What is your necklace? What's the stats? Then you are fired for wearing that piece of garbage. So, oh shit, you rolled a 96. All right, get shit on. I'm stunned and sleeping. All right, here we go. How much I hate pulling this camp. All right, just for shits and giggles. What is it? There we go. Yes, if it is unique and you have one in the bank. Yeah, if Chaos needs to roll, I mean, we'll get more of these things. It's not a big deal. We're in a guild group. Like, yeah, but we're all playing a game together, so. I mean, shit, he contributed more than I did, so. That's it, just +5 mana? Yeah, I would definitely wear the 2 stamina, 2 AC over that. Especially because you die a lot, so. Wayne, no, not really. I think the XP is going to be comparable. I'm hesitant to lose my Black Rose faction just because if they put in Black Rose Keep, I want to be able to go in there and see if like there's any quests or that kind of stuff, but I might just do that with an alt. So we might do that at some point. We'll probably still end up killing him though. I might just do that on an alt. we'd still be fighting that same monk. Yes, they fixed the deer. I'm glad I'm not the only person. People in chat are like, "Oh, the deer are different." I was like, "Yes, finally." I'm not crazy. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, the deer look really good. The deer to me look as good as the wolves do. The deer look really good, yep. All I think about when I am at work now is Pantheon. I like the deer. I mean, they look good to me. But everybody has their own taste. Big shit! How you doing, man? Based on the parse, we actually don't do that bad at DPS. It just doesn't feel like we do because we're not seeing early, like, we don't get to see the big numbers, you know, like the wizard. So ours is just like a lot over time. Oh yeah, I'm diseased pretty well, so I'm gonna be slow moving if you want to pull. Oh, okay. Could stack dex and strength, I guess, and try DPS. I would prioritize dex over strength, to be honest. Hit rate, I think, is a big thing for us. I'm good at home from work, just thinking I might pull the trigger and buy this for me and my brother. I don't want to steer you wrong, but for me, I would definitely do that. I don't think I'm steering you wrong by recommending it, though. If you like this style of game, yeah, go for it. Do it. If you love playing EQ, yeah, you're gonna like this kind of game. Like, the combat system is more involved than EverQuest. Where there's a lot of cross-class synergy. So, like, an example is a rogue might expose a target, and then a mage comes behind, consumes that exposure, and turns it into a 25% slow for the mob. All of their action speeds reduced by 25%. So that technique system in the combat revamp from like a year ago is really, really good. It makes the combat much more engaging for everybody, not just like certain classes. There are different servers. So like we're on Black Moon. So there's going to be, if you log in, you're going to see a server name, and then there's going to be like a 0 or a 1 after it. If the server name is the same, your character will be on all of those. They're pick zones, if you will. They're instances of the same server. And that's for balancing reasons. Like if there's too many people or no camps on 0, then you can go to 1. But yeah, they're East Coast, West Coast, and then European, and then like Asian. So like Whispering Lands or whatever it's called, Whisper something, is the UK server. Like I'm on Black Moon. Black Moon is an East Coast server. Summoner's good. They get much better, or they got more busy recently with their spell, but they nuke better. And then at level 20, they get to summon 2 independently controlled pets. One of them is a tank pet, tank DPS or middle of the road pet, and then the other one is going to be your water pet. So you'll have a water pet and then one of the other 3, which usually is probably going to be a tank pet. Unless you're in a group, then you might go with like the fire pet or something. But it is different, but that's the closest thing to a mage in EQ. I heard a few times it takes hours to get. No, it's 45 minutes. It's 45 minutes if you're low. If you're higher and you have like Windstrider, you'll get there faster. It really depends on the route you run. But yeah, 45 minutes is probably a reasonable estimate from Wild's End to Demeth or Thronefast. Welcome to the guild, Dragon's Fang. Welcome, welcome. Love my Necro too. Necro's very similar. There's a little more, I think, focus on using Screaming Terror. It's a channeled mez instead of like, you know, Screaming Terror, you could mez one and then you could probably mez a second, but then if you try to mez a third, the first one would wear off. So you couldn't keep like 3 or more locked down. It's just one here, but usually one is good enough. But Necro's more on the... It's a little less DPS than EQ Necro, but they're still balancing everything, so it's going to be a lot of... It's going to be a lot of things that change. Oh, excuse me. I was up till 4 a.m. last night streaming. Gave away a couple of copies of the game, had a good time. So I'm still a little worn out. I drank like half a bottle of bourbon yesterday on stream. Almost. Oof. It was good bourbon too, which I kind of feel good and bad about. Yeah, one thing I don't really like is the mobs just feel like DPS sponges. I don't feel like anything that I do is impactful. Like, I don't mind, like, I don't know. I know it's going to be really hard to balance that feeling, but when you're just beating the shit out of this mob and you're like, yeah, I got new weapons, and you don't really feel that impact, it can be disheartening. Like, I feel like these fights can be way too long. It's one thing if you're fighting a red con, right, and it's just taking forever to kill, but when I'm killing, like, yellow cons and they're just really beefy, I don't know, it feels weird. But also, like, if you take it to where the fights are like 10-15 seconds, there's no chance to use all of the good combat synergy, right? So they have to find this happy balance in between them. Because, like, why am I going to take the time to drop 25% 3 different times on a mob to have them just die right after I get the 3rd debuff on it? We all pissed this boy off. Do you recommend 2 one-handers or 1 two-hander for Dire Lord? I think they're fairly comparable, so whichever one is best is the one I would go for. Wogo's trying to get me to give more copies of the game away. I see you. I see you. I should give the WoW answer. Yeah, guys, get the sim and do it yourself. You need to simulate your own DPS. Get shit on. I'm just kidding. You don't see many people above 20 in AV. Yeah, there's not a lot of folks above 20, to be honest with you. The werewolf? I don't think he has a PH. Mm-hmm. No, you're not. Just don't run into that bear, okay? SLV team is 23. Yeah. Yep. There's probably some higher like than 20s, but I think there's probably 24s or 25s now. Subterfuge had a real hardcore group that was running around on my server, so I wasn't worried about blowing through all of the levels though. I wanted to do all the stuff and see all the little camps, the new itemization, that kind of thing. See what all the drops look like. Not found any chests for crafting. Come on, you bitch. Earthax, great to see you. My Wild's End Ranger just hit 7. Should I be doing goblins? I don't have a ton of experience over in Wild's End. I want to say... I'm trying to think now. I think I was killing geckos around that level. Solo, anyway. Drops feel good in your opinion, rare and rewarding? Yes. Yep. Yeah, the itemization change has been a very welcome change, in my opinion. Calderdag, yes. If you're level 4 or below, you won't leave a corpse. If you're above level 5, I haven't heard of a corpse just disappearing. But if you are above level 5 or 5 or above, and you have a corpse that just disappeared, see if you can get someone to summon it, a level 12 necro or summoner. If you can't find either one of those, contact Savanya Savanja, on Discord and see if she can summon your corpse. Yeah, that's Necro. Yep. Yes, if you're in Wild's End, it might be harder, right? Because you're gonna have to get a summoner. But if you're over in Thronefast, there should be summoners or necros. And hopefully my necro will be high enough level soon that I'll be able to help people out with that. I think my necro's like level 9. I'm sorry for yawning at y'all, guys. Jeez. It was a long day yesterday and an early morning today. The zone looks nice. Yeah, this is the entrance to Mad Run, which you go up past these deals and there'll be a hole you go into. Lots of spiders in the way. I'm leveling up a Necro now. Nice. Necro is good, man. You get Mez at level 7. Or are you on Black Moon? If so, just send me a tell. We're on 0, right? Shard 0. Just started a warrior first character. Nice, man. What race did you go with? You went ogre, didn't you? Reroll. Hey, not everybody has to have the most powerful character to enjoy themselves. Saving the headache now. They're not terrible. Their ADPS is nice. Boosting the group's DPS. Yeah, but Warrior's gonna get some love. Don't sleep on Warrior. Just because they're not great right now, like they're not super powerful, doesn't mean they won't be. While Cal's using the restroom, I'm gonna do the same. I'll be right back. Then we're back. Yeah, I highly recommend you play whatever class you make, play it to 10 at least, maybe 12 before you give up on it. Most classes don't really feel like they have their class identity in their toolkit until 10 or greater. You're good. I'm just going to park out here to start getting taunts when he's coming in, bringing them in. You'll be fine. You'll be fine. If I start screaming, then you run out here, okay? But I can at least sanguine shield myself. Smiter can't. Yeah, I mean, you could make that argument for most tanks, though. Like, you're going to get better when you get geared. Everybody feels better when they got a little bit of gear on them. Just got done playing EQOA before this. My god, Necro is OP. Oh, shit. Is that Emu up? I knew they were working on it, but I didn't know that it made it up. I miss EQOA, man. That was a good game. EQOA Sandstorm. Okay, I'm gonna have to take a look at that. That's pretty cool. I will definitely try fucking around on that at some point and see how it plays. Want to play tank, go Dire Lord or Paladin? I mean, I don't disagree with that. I play Dire Lord, Paladin, and Warrior. I'll go back to Warrior after changes, but until then, Dire Lord, Paladin? Yes. Good to see you made it. Oh, me, Zuckster? Yeah. I'm good. Talking about because all the drinking last night. All I got was, or I had to use the restroom a lot. Pretty much the only effect I really get from alcohol is my face gets red. Yeah, I was good. We did some damage though. I mean, look at this thing. I just opened this bottle like a stream ago. Well, 2 streams ago now. But I want to honor, like, people supporting me. I know they're supporting me because they enjoy the content and that kind of stuff, but I want to honor that support as well. So I don't know if that's a good way to do it or not, but if y'all have other recommendations, let me know. But speaking of, some of you guys are back already from your late nights watching with me, and for that, I'm gonna give y'all a old fashioned. Don't forget you folks over on YouTube. Look at all that. Maybe they fixed something, I hope. But yes, stabs or heals. You should have seen him last night with all the wine. That was pretty funny. He definitely had a little bit of buzz going on. Wanted me to have like a triple pour, which I mean he gifted 20 something subs. I had to honor that at least. You hit chaos with a heal. Poor dude's almost dead. Oh shit, I couldn't see him. Where's he at? I couldn't see him. Oh, there's his little... He's like inside the spider corpse. I didn't see it. I was wondering why people were dying. I'm like, what is happening right now? Like, this is just a nightingale. Yep. If you see that dude pop up, just somebody say zombie or some shit. Like, let me know. Just in case I don't see it. Just got the paladin pull ability. It's hilarious. Yes. Yoink is great. Yep, I got him. Go ahead and keep pulling. Just gonna give me some essence and readiness. Don't forget you can skin those spiders. Well, stop it. Point at your sinus cavities and say no. See? All better. Or you can tell Karen to come over and give you some face boops. So for those who don't have any context, Karen is Cal's cat, and he's having some sinus problems. So I told Cal his cat Karen can come over and give him some face boops. No armor drops from mobs until after the patch. Gotten 3 leather pieces. Interesting. Yes, solo mobs will now start dropping some uncommon gear. What are people's 1-paragraph review of the game? What exactly do you want to know about, John? I can tell you most of anything that you want to know. Find myself hitting Control S to sit instead of X a lot. Yeah. Keybinds are different here. Not by a lot, but... Did they change anything today? My gear is getting really loud now. My mace sounds like it's hitting someone over the head. If you are putting on chain, like if you got any chain pieces, you'll start to hear your armor a lot more. My review of the game, they're cooking. How very modern of you, Torque. I should probably do that, though. I should probably put out a review, like my impressions and that kind of thing. Probably be good for people. Yeah, I've got one on Steam, but I was talking about like a review video. I'll go find my Steam review really quick. that right there is my written, pretty short and sweet review on the game. Game does a lot of things really well. It has got a long way to go. There's a lot of polish. The combat system needs some work as far as like damage mitigation, that kind of thing. It is a classic MMO that's challenging, has death penalties. You can lose your level, you drop your gear. It is a grindy game. It is a very social game. You can solo and do different things, but you really want to group to get the most out of it. The really fun content, I think, is really group centric. The community has been absolutely fantastic in the game, inside the game and out, like even in Discord and, you know, my community here, they're primarily, I think, Pantheon folks. Lots of great things about the game. Now it is basically in an alpha state. There's like hundreds of hours of content. It's $40. There's no monthly fees. So I recommend it. I recommend you check it out if you like games like EverQuest or those kind of hardcore old school MMOs. Padrium. Nice. Yep, there's a large Caspel, right? And there's sounds like there's some Padrium up there. That's good. Psycho Shock. Yeah, that Steam review pretty much encompasses how I feel about the game in a very short window. Like there's lots to, I mean, I could sit and talk about this for hours, as I have already. But the bones are great. They just need to start polishing, adding content, balancing. But it's never going to be perfectly balanced. I mean, no game. Thank you for the call out. Will there be a guild bank? Yes, there will be a guild housing system as well, like a guild hall. In-game mail system, yes. Shared storage, on the fence. If I had to say above a 50% chance to have a shared bank, I think so, but I don't know. John, give me just a sec. I'll get to your, I will get to your question. Give me just a sec. We got a weird mob here. It summoned the whole group to its location, rooted us all. All right. A couple specific questions. I'm thinking of playing with my buddy. How would it be for a duo? I saw somebody saying that they couldn't duo with group mobs. Not true. So 2 necros were basically snare kiting. I was snare kiting with another necro last night on a group mob. I mean, you're not intended to kill group mobs with two people. Not to say it isn't possible. But with the patch today, they just switched some group mobs over to solo mobs for those people who are duoing or soloing. So, you and a buddy, yeah, definitely. I would say one of you run like a shaman, the other one run a tank, or it's like a paladin shaman, dire lord shaman. But yeah, you can definitely duo in this game. You can solo as well. You could do something as simple as wizard shaman would be good. But they're on YouTube, John, is a whole series. It's the Unleashed class overview series. It is a series of 5-minute videos, 5 minutes or less, on every class in the game, pre-early access. Most of that is still valid, like 90% more. I would probably say 98% of that is still valid. If you want to see what some of the classes are and like the thematic overview of the class, and what, like the toolkit they get, it's real quick and simple to check out. If not, just keep asking questions here. I'm more than happy to answer those as you come up with them. Yeah, you've seen the series? Awesome. Worst soloer is probably Rogue. Maybe a little Ranger, especially early on. Strongest are probably going to be Summoner, Necro, Shaman, Paladin, and Dire Lord. Probably are the best soloers, and Wizard. What is my class? So my class is Dire Lord. So Dire Lord is dual wielding, chain using tank that is specialized for stripping the life from the mob you're fighting. Yeah, sorry, Chrono. I thought you were talking to John. I thought you were asking like what if he wanted to play a class, how would he describe it? But yeah, so I'm chain wielding, dual wielding. I can only use slashing weapons. I am a tank. I specialize against magic. And I'm stripping, so like I'm stripping dexterity, constitution off the mob. I'm bleeding them. I'm life tapping. I have life tap procs. I can create a blood shield to absorb damage. I can absorb spell damage. I have a dire grip, so I can rip anything within 15 meters of me to me and then root it in place. I have ready blade, which allows me to parry and dodge attacks to make me a little more tanky since I don't wear heavy armor. But it is kind of like EverQuest's Shadow Knight without plate mail, essentially. I don't get a pet and all that too either, but it's very leech oriented, which I like the life leech mechanic. Somewhat like Death Knight, yes. You could say Death Knight, yep. An edgelord tank, I love it. I have essence and readiness. So readiness I get by just hitting melee strikes. Essence I generate by default, as well as when I'm using abilities and stuff. When I hit, I'm going to generate essence. So readiness only goes up from melee strikes. My essence will regenerate to 50% even out of combat. Yeah, I went ahead and pulled him that way. Yeah, I just went ahead and threw a taunt on him. I was like, we're way too close. He's going to pull. I'm just going to go and get a taunt on him. Yeah, so anything at the top here, these 4 skills are going to use readiness. So when I click this, you see readiness goes away. Anything down here is going to use my essence. And then I have a stance right here, Blood State Torrential Veins, which is going to increase the amount of essence I get when I do things. Or I can go with Taunt Stance, Blood State, Nightmarish. That means anything I do is just going to increase my taunt. How are professions? Professions are work in progress, but they're not bad. The stuff that you get is useful. Like you can craft new profession tools, like harvesting tools. You can craft like base sets of armor. I mean, it's pretty good. Dresden, thank you for the follow. Dire Lord is greater than Paladin, which is greater than sitting on the couch watching a movie, which is greater than a warrior. Bash doesn't like warriors at all. I love it. If you had to describe warrior in one word, what would it be? Get fucked. That's 2 words. We'll deserve 2. Yep. Yeah. Yeah. I don't disagree. I don't disagree. I think, you know, a lot of these classes are going to get better, which is saying a lot, because a lot of classes are pretty good. But, you know, it is early in the design. One good thing about playing now is if you have a copy of the game, you get in on their Discord, you have a chance. Give me a sec here. I'm rooted, facing the wrong direction. Give me just a second. Try not to go. I got him. He should be mine now. Run away! Yes, there is interdependency in some trade skills. Yes, you're going to have... Like, for instance, if you're doing leatherworking may need buckles. Buckles are made by... Oh, excuse me, like blacksmith. So they want some level of communication where you're sharing crafted resources with other professions to do your final combines. But there's not an over-reliance on that, if that makes sense. Do it. Yeah. All good. You can go ahead and pull. This bat's gonna get shit on. Yep. But here's what I recommend. So anybody that's interested in buying this or has bought it and just beginning playing, or maybe you've played for a while and you haven't really shared your feedback, things you don't like about the game or ideas that you have for the game, please share those. Get on the Discord, put that under your general feedback, crafting feedback, etc. The developers actively look at this. Changes I have requested directly with the developers in my streams have been made. They are listening, they are taking that feedback, and they're seeing how it fits within their vision of the game, and they're making those changes. That's part of the reason this is in early access right now, is they want more people in, they want more people's feedback, they want a broader pulse of the community as to what you guys want, and then trying to make that fit within the game. Thematically, if it's just completely out of left field, you know, obviously those things are probably not going to make it into the game. But if it fits kind of their scope, they're going to take that feedback and they're going to run with it. And I've seen several instances of that already. So if you don't like something about the game, voice your concern. Don't be combative about it, but just say, here's how I feel like, you know, this warrior banner should work. Or this is how I feel like ranger should function, like the traps are garbage. They need to not have components, or et cetera, you know? Post that feedback. If you just yell about it in some random chat or keep it internalized, they're not going to hear that. They're not going to see it. And you have little to no chance of that being changed unless a bunch of other people, you know, verbalize that in chat. So don't feel like you don't have a voice. That's part of the reason I raid Joppa streams, is I send people over there to listen to him about it. Speaking of things, I need upgraded slashers, Java. I need upgraded slashers. Which they may have come in. They just had more itemization stuff drop, so. Who dung? What the fuck just happened? Do I have divine favor on me yet? You better hurry that up. I need divine favor. Give me the good stuff. You see, I'm literally jumping for joy over here. Yep. I'm gonna be stable as hell. That's right. Mm-hmm. Which, by the way, folks, we don't have a voice. That's what they do. You do have a voice. Trust me, you do. Joppa listens to this. He listens to chat. I've seen him comment on things in chat or people watching a stream and all of that. I mean, if you don't feel like you have a voice, I'm more than happy to be your voice. But you do have a voice. Jump in Discord and talk about that. Start threads, provide that feedback. Yep. Yeah, you can. So right now, the majority of the gear drop is going to be from Chevron mobs. Yeah, that was a goal of mine, Bash, was to get Joppa in my stream or to follow me or, you know, to get VR to retweet some of my stuff. And I've accomplished all those things. So that's definitely a good goal to set, sir. Definitely. Crafting gear does not have level requirements anymore. That was pre-early access. Yeah, that was my bad. I could not see the damn thing come in. Yeah, we hit pitch black era where the moon is out, but it's behind this cliff, so we get zero lighting. Yeah, the spell effects give a shroud. Like, I can see its silhouette when spell effects go off. That's the only reason I know where it's at. This is like super quality on stream, right? Y'all can see this so well. But so gearing up. All right. So there's going to be some solo mobs that are going to drop some itemized stuff, right? But you want to get in the group camps. So like at early levels, kill to like 4 or 5. This is a nightingale, so this is going to summon the stupid zombie dude. I don't know. I don't know. I haven't found the pattern on when it spawns the little dude, so. It's at about 50%, so maybe 30%. It's up. The mind-controlled human's up. I'm trying to taunt him. I got him. Yep, he's dead. So 40% health is about the time he spawned the little guy. Yeah, twinking is the thing. They want to have that feel of twinking in this as well, similar to the whole old EQ. But it's not to say that some gear won't have level requirements. Yeah, I was not even, I can't see where you're at. Were you behind the big stones? Yep, he's on me. I have been rooted. I don't have a choice. I'm rooted right now. I can pull in 2 seconds. There we go. All right, running it back. Are y'all having to heal me now, or am I pretty much maintaining? Are y'all even having to really heal me now, or no? If we run into stuff like Heartstopper, I'm sure you will to a degree, but hopefully I'm pretty stable without heals now. So like, okay, Blood Fiend has been off for 30 seconds. Oh, he grabbed his corpse. New account gearing process. So level up to like 4, somewhere around 4-ish, 4 to 5. You want to get a thug group. Okay, so thug group, if you're in Avelia, I guess this is pretty much for Avelia, but you're going to want to level just like solo kill stuff or jump in a group and just murder stuff kind of aimlessly. When you get to like 4 or 5, if you're in Avelia, you're going to want to get like a thug group, right? And Avelia area is going to be 4 of the 6 races. But you want to get a thug group. You want to fight chevron mobs, right? They have right here. See how this there's like a little chevron on the screen right here. You want to fight mobs that have that. Mobs that have that mean they're going to have a much higher chance of dropping common loot or uncommon loot, which is going to be gear with stats on it. That's how you're going to want to gear up. Secondarily, you can start crafting, right? So if you're a mage, right, or a summoner or necro or enchanter, you can go do your crafting and gathering quests, and you can get tailoring, and you can start making your tailored armor, that kind of thing. But I would just get in a group, start killing chevron mobs, and get some of those drops. You're going to get geared up. Don't be afraid to get in a group, even if you don't have any gear. That is how you get the gear. It is fine. Everyone is going to understand. But you're going to want to go from like, so if you do an Avelia start, right, you're going to want to do like the thugs from 4 to like 6 or 8. At 6 or 8, you're going to want to jump to like the undead, Yes, you get provisioner, so you can brew and so you're gonna want to do sorry, I keep getting distracted. So thugs to 4, then there are undead inside of Barrow Dark, which is where like ogres and Dark Mirror start. But outside of there, right outside of there basically is a bunch of undead with chevrons. Those are going to get you to like 8, 9, somewhere in there. Then you can do Goblin Caves. And then from Goblin Caves, you can do like Halnir. From Halnir, you can stay in Halnir for quite a while. Or you can go up to like Manor. Once you get towards the top end of Manor, you're going to be about where I'm at right now. But please do group. No, she's AFK. No, you're good. I still got 5 minutes of this heal, so we're good. It's 15 minutes now. Yeah. Yeah, if you're in Avalia, you're basic, or in Avalia, you follow that path. If you're in Wild's End, I'm not super sure on the group content other than goblins. So you're basically just going to murder until you can get to a goblin group. And then if you want to get up to, what is it, like 7 or 8 solo, you can kill the geckos. Geckos are reasonably good XP. They're pretty fast spawn, and there's a bunch of them. But Wild's End is gorgeous looking. That's where halflings and elves start. But I need to spend a little bit more time on there on an alt to learn that sign a little better. I thought that was when you over microwave Cheese Whiz. Sniper potion. They fixed XP from lower level mobs hasn't been increased. There's been some performance improvements. There is fixes to the crafting system. There's going to be more and more stuff is going to start dropping on solo mobs, not just Chevron mobs. Yep, it is patch day. Patch is already out. Patch notes are posted in their Discord if you want to read through them individually. I read through them a little bit earlier, so you can always go back and watch through the VOD to see what was on there. But yeah, good stuff. Good stuff. Hopefully some great stuff. There's more itemization have been added in. Yep, so there are more solo mobs now. Yep. Not like candy wrappers. Solo mobs meaning non-chevron, so they're intended for solo players or anybody really. They're eligible for anybody to kill them. If there's a chevron on it like this guy right here, the chevron right here denotes that it is a group mob versus a solo mob. So, and you hit the con button, and there's a con system. So like gray gives you no experience, green is really easy, light blue is somewhat is pretty easy, blue is a little more challenging, white is on level, yellow is like just above you, orange is above yellow, and then dark orange, and then red. Red's probably going to kill you. So there's kind of that traditional con system from old school MMOs. I'm very new and I convinced my friend to try it with me. I don't know if I have him sold. What exactly is he not like about it? Like what are his hesitations, I guess is the better question. Uh, 30 seconds on Divine Pigment. No map, mostly. There'll be a map. There won't be a GPS map. It's 15 minutes, yeah. There won't be a GPS map that shows you like where you're at in the map, but eventually there will be a map with a fog of war. As you go through and progressively discover stuff, it'll unlock. But it'll be a cloth style map in game. But you'll have to use the terrain around you to figure out where you're going to be navigating from. That is the want by Joppa. Joppa wants you to be able to put pins in and mark up your map as you see fit. To what degree that'll be in, don't know. So do these dudes just leave each other, like the guild they were in? They could be stream sniping. All right, which one of you guys is sitting in stream? Come on, tell me who this is. Y'all want to be on TV? There you go. You're on TV. One of us. One of us. Yeah, mark treasure chest, that kind of stuff. Yeah, he wants you to be able to do that. Absolutely. What's easier to level, Necro or Summoner? Summoner early on. Just because Summoner gets a tank pet at like level 2. Necro's pet doesn't taunt until level 12. TGM looks like it's still broken though. The by number, yeah. When they put in the TGM, so like you could do TGM Merida and it would target Merida, but if you do TGM 1, it doesn't work. Or TGM 2, right? What do we TGM 2? Yeah. Yep. Or TGM Merida 0, I think, for her. Yes, you can do, yeah, you do that, then you do wait, and then cast, and yeah, you could have a macro to fully buff a target, like a group member. Or theoretically, you could buff all group members with one macro. Yeah, the intent is you should be able to do TGM2 and it be target Merida. That's just, it broke when they put in the name version. Yep. It's me, I can't find a group or a guild, so I thought I'd join you. Well, don't feel bad, man. You are more than welcome to join the guild. I just sent you an invite on one of your guys, Wizhard. The other guy, I'm not sure where he went. Yep, so they're going to join the guild. Hopefully, maybe. Yep. Thank you, VR, for the rat whiskers. I don't know. Oh, shit. You're not dead. Your excitement is catching. Yep. I mean, I really enjoy the game. It has a long way to go. Don't get me wrong. There's a lot of work left to be done, but this is probably one of the most promising games I've played. I can make steaks. You just gotta convince Smiter to not give me a bunch of shit for getting off to make steaks. Merida finally got to 18, so I know she's happy. This is now tied for her highest character, period. I'm coming. Don't die. Oh no. Damn it. As soon as I hit taunt, you died. There's another person behind us now called GPS2. Level difference is lowest level times 1.5 plus 1. So 1.5 times your level plus 1. So if you're level 2, right, you'll build a group with a 4. So like a 10 theoretically should be able to group with a 16. Sorry, Sniper Potion, you seem to know a lot about this game already. Yes, I have studied it extensively. I've done a ton of videos on this game. I've been around it for a little over a year. I've been watching it since 2014. And that's the reason I'm streaming and creating content, is to help people. Does Rogue have an auto attack enhancer, or auto's just generally bad on all classes? Yeah, I'll pull. A monk would be great. I got him. I already invited him. I dual block with 2 wizards. Dual box and 2 wizards. That's ridiculous. All right, I just pulled the darkness. We'll see what comes. Nothing? The mob didn't even get targeted. That was weird. Like the target... Maybe. The target, like, vanished as I ran off. Okay. I kind of get the feeling this is the last shot of finishing the game. No, not really. I don't think so. I mean, they want to finish the game either way. I think this is a great opportunity for them to get a lot of the game developed. And then to combat the whole, oh, this is vaporware, it's not a game thing. So, but absolutely, it's going to increase the rate at which they're going to be able to develop the game. But the one thing I'm trying to point out to folks is there is a game here already. It is very fun. It's engaging. It is worth your time investment and your money investment if this is the kind of game that you want to play. But one common misconception is, oh, they had a Kickstarter and they made all this money and they had this huge round of funding. No, they didn't. They got $0 from their Kickstarter. $0. No, I invited somebody to the guild. I mean, you can OC in guild too. Just say, hey, I'm looking for a late teens DPS, or people got lots of alts too. One of them did. You can ask one of them if he wants to. You know what I mean? Just ask one of his 2 tunes. He'll get the message. Nightingale incoming. This is the one that summons the zombie. By the way, a bunch of you MVPs over here in chat. You guys are doing a great job of answering my questions for me, and I greatly appreciate it. Because you all can do it so much faster than I can as a tank. I probably should have picked another class. So... Dark Mirror start in Barrow Dark, which is just outside of AVP, outside of Avelia. They're pretty close to humans, dwarves, and then Dark Mirror and Ogre start in the same area. Yeah, I mean, for the most part, Warrior's not bad. You definitely, you know, you're gear dependent. I mean, Thorcrow's mez, to be perfectly honest. If we pull 3, it's really on us. Whoever's pulling, so. Yep. So what do you feel may be missing most right now? Balancing, crafting, questing, graphics, something else? Questing, a robust quest system is missing. And then there needs to be some adjustments and balances with the base DPS system. They need a balanced DPS. Like, I think Wizard feels really good. Wizard is really high DPS. Everybody else kind of feels very mediocre. Also, I need divine favor. I got him. He is mine. Thank you. I got put to sleep. There is a long way for them to go yet to be at 1.0 in my opinion, but they are moving at a much more rapid pace in the last 6 months. Like, it feels like they're moving 4 times as fast now, which I think is really good. Which, if I have to look at it from my software experience, they got most of the systems in place, got everything ready to go. They got everything fully functional from a technical perspective. They got the basis of what they want the game to be. They adjusted their graphical style, which was, I think, their biggest hinge point to getting something out that's playable. And now it's all about just populating the systems that they've done. So things will move at a much more rapid pace right now. The biggest thing remaining is populating quest systems, which there's been more and more added. And then they really, really, really need to get just the base combat system down. Like the combat revamp that has happened is great, but the damage output balancing for different classes and having those class identities, like where does this guy fit? Those need to be fleshed out. Like so rogues can do decent damage but not great damage, and then wizards are just shitting on every mob with massive amounts of damage with some risk, right? Because they can blow themselves up. But that combat system they really needed to tune in. If I go fight a lower level Chevron mob, I will get my ass beat. That doesn't feel great from a game design perspective, so that's something they need to work on. And making the mob more tanky. Like, I get, so the mob needs to last long enough for you to use the elements of the combat system, right? So like expose, opening gap, etc., etc. You want those to feel meaningful. And if the mob only lasts for 10-15 seconds for the fight, it doesn't feel meaningful. But you also don't want to go to the opposite side and say, okay, every mob is a fucking damage sponge, because then none of your skills, like, oh, I did, 400 damage. Well, what did 400 damage really mean? The big number doesn't mean anything, right? So they need to fix that aspect of it. Make the fight last long enough to really show off the synergies between the different classes, but don't make every mob a damage sponge, because it doesn't feel fun. It's like, oh, I'm fighting a fucking spider for 4 minutes. Or for 10 minutes. Like, that doesn't feel fun to me. Like, make them use the synergy system to get debuffs on the mob, and make the mob dramatically weaker once those synergies are on. So it's like struggle pants for the first like 20-30% of the mob, and after that you get all your debuffs on there. They need to be dramatically weaker, so that then you start shitting on the mob. You start seeing your big damage numbers. The rogue starts obliterating the mob because you dropped their armor. That needs to be the feeling. And right now that's just not the case. Now don't get me wrong, when you drop a mob's armor by 75%, you definitely feel like that made a difference, but it should feel more impactful, if that makes sense. How do you set up your hotbars like that? You can click and drag them, and then you can right click on like the little labels down here. And when you right click on those labels, you can change the size of them. You cannot move these two bars or your cast bar, unfortunately. Been playing around with the Grey Hammer. It's slow, but does good damage, I think. Yes. Tritium, yes. Yeah, I agree. With the long fight, like a boss fight, yes. Damage is going to fall off hard. But here's my point. If you get to the point where you're pulling mobs constantly and the wizard is overutilizing their mana pool, their DPS is going to come back to earth, right? Same thing as a long fight. Right now, a wizard, I can go kill a mob and the wizard just shits on that mob, right? It's dropping like 900 nukes, 900 damage nukes. By the time I get the next mob in, Wizard's already back to full mana. So Wizard can just constantly just blow shit up. Whereas Melee never really gets to shine, in my opinion. They have to shine in other ways. So there's no like clear-cut definitive DPS winner for a Melee, in my opinion, that I've seen. So that's why I said you've got to really find you've got to find a balance there. I think that's the biggest thing missing in the game. which that is something they're working on. So don't act like I'm saying that that's not a priority for them. This is something they already know. This is something they're working on. But my point is, they really, really, really need to focus on getting that done first. It doesn't need to be like super balanced, because you don't want everything straight across the board, right? Balanced, because then no one feels powerful. And some people are like, want to play the wizard and see the big numbers. Other people are like, I just want my group to be stable. So just play a wizard. Yep. So question for chat. If you wanted to, if fucking shit. Did you hear that suction cup? Yeah, lots of crafting changes, more solo mobs, itemization additions across the board. More itemization has been added to solo mobs. Check the official Discord. You'll see a bunch of stuff in there. Good patch though. Lower level mob XP has been increased. Bramble, I agree. Yep. Yeah, that the mob conning, they need to change the chevron con system. They really do. The chevron con system's kind of broken. It's really irrelevant. The other thing about that too is the con system only goes based off the level of the mob, not the difficulty of the mob. Because like a Ravager in Halnir Cave and a Stalker are the same challenge, same level, but they are far different in challenge. Where can you read the patch notes? You can go to pantheonmmo.com, go to their Discord. Or if you already are part of their Discord, go to their Discord. They have a patch notes channel that has all that information in it. Or you can go back and watch the VOD of this later. Or you can come to my Discord. My Discord gets the same patch notes. I just follow it, so it pulls the patch notes directly into my Discord. Which that you can go to !Discord and you'll have the link to my Discord. Oh, do we have somebody in the guild that does food and water? Yeah, if you have a good tank for Ravage, Ravage is easy. So many people walk in there and they don't know what to anticipate with Ravage, and they just get shit on and they leave. But if you, as soon as you learn the mechanic is not hard. The one thing they did do is they gave Ravage a timer. Or not a timer, but like a trigger that isn't just like upon stop moving, which is very good. Wizards will have teleport spells, yes. That will be coming soon. What materials do you need for the fox in the hen house? Because that shit is really good. You don't have to know. Just like let me know later. What did the fox say? That's a crazy fox. How do you set your hot bars up like that? Just drag them. Grab between the buttons and you can drag them around, and then you can right click on the labels like this and then scale the bar up or down, make it bigger or smaller. My bad, I already read that one. But yes, in case you wanted to know that one. Sorry, I thought I saw something move over there. Yeah, you can grab and scale almost every UI element. Without these hotbars, these stance bars, the cast bar, the compass, and the little top deal on the top left. Is Dire Lord top tank? Nah, probably Paladin right now. Dire Lord's not far behind though. Warrior needs some work, but they're also good. Warrior has a lot of good ADPS for melee. Yeah, Paladin is I'm coming. Run. Come get Smiter. I got him. Just I feel like we're at the spot where maybe we need to move up there so that you don't have to make that long ass pull. We might need to move camp up to give Smiter a better chance of survival. That spot right there is where you die. So if we just sit up here, we can handle an ad. Yes, this is a spawn. Add. Shriek. Yep, thank you. Get it in just a second. Blood Fiend is up. No, there's not a there's not a real good way to train. They've done a really good job of keeping people from doing like shithead trains. There's ways to do it, but it's much harder to do it than say like EQ. Yep, I'm just dropping taunts on him, so... Alright. Nope, you're good, I got him. Taunts up, Blood Fiend is up, parry is up. We good, we good. Plus just kill speed, the pulls aren't as long, so... Yep. Yeah, it's probably good, because there's one that spawns right here. And then, yep. The only thing we really have to worry about on this rock is if they wander this way, straight east, and go to this 2-pull. Yep. Yeah, this rock over here to our south, we camped there before, like a long time ago. It was okay. Sure. Somebody can grab this pad. Oh, there's a couple of Padriums right here. Yeah, I see the flesh-bitten traveler right there. Oh yeah, I see him right below the Padrian. Let's stay back here for now. Let's stay back at the other rock for now until we clear out a little bit. Because there's three or four mobs within like 15 meters, and these spiders are gonna run. So, I think. Yep. Yeah, I think let's start here and then we'll work towards a better spot. Yeah. The other option is to head more east too. Yeah. Like that. We'd probably have to go out and then go like around. But like where that big dead tree is, like kind of move towards that way a little bit. There's a ravine right there, but... Okay. Well, Necro can fix the bug mob too if we want to kill it. Yep, that is true. Beckett, how are you doing today, sir? So Rangers aren't in a good place as melee then, or Wiz is just stronger. Wizard's just stronger. Rangers and monks are, I think, a little bit above rogue. Rogue can be decent DPS wise, but they're super super dependent on gear, like the right piercing and stuff. And even then, they're not really great. Rogue needs some adjustment. I'd like to see Rogue be the wizard of DPS and still give them some CC ability. Yeah, nobody's finished at this point. Yeah. Well, and they're supposedly gonna nerf your traps by requiring components. Yeah, I know. I don't know that that's what it's gonna be, but like Wizard is King DPS and they have root CC. So why wouldn't Rogue just be the same? Be able to throw root traps down outside of stealth and just give them nasty melee damage. Literally take the Wizard kit and give it to Rogue. Oh, I think them being on this rock actually might not be... Is this guy rooted? Is that why he's attacking? Gotcha. Yeah, he just yoinked us. It's all good. Come here, you shit. Now you're good. I was hoping he got caught up on that ledge, and I was like, okay, this might be a good spot to keep him from running. If I'm in a bad line of sight spot, babe, just yell at me. Yep, I'll keep that. I don't care. I'm here for XP. No love for the rogue in this patch, no. And unless some of the itemization came in as really good for rogue. Hold on, let me see if Torque's in chat. 1 second. Okay, Torque is not in chat. I say we surprise Torque on Saturday with the Black Rose group. Oh shit, we're doing D&D on Saturday. Never mind. Yeah, let's figure that out first. Yeah, my brother got sick 2 weeks ago and then got some viral thing this week, so that's why he wasn't here for Christmas Eve and all that. We gotta keep going though, otherwise we're gonna stop playing. We haven't played in like, I don't know, how long we've been playing Pantheon? The beginning of October. It's about to be January. Yeah, we can... Oh shit. There's two, yep. Mez the Traveler. There we go. Got him away from y'all. Yep. Blood Fiend is up. We're at 69 viewers on YouTube. All right. Sorry, I had to be a dumbass for a second. It's been a minute. Love my Ranger. I'll have to try the Rogue. The Ranger's really good, man. Rogue is good too. But Rogue needs some love. Rogue needs a little DPS boost. Old EQ head about here to log on for the first time here shortly. Awesome, Charles. I'm so glad, man. You're going to have a lot of nostalgia hits. So Charles, here's what I recommend you do, right? Make an elf, log in. Don't play the elf if you don't want to. Make an elf and look at Sorhirith and tell me if you don't feel like you're in Kelithan. And then after that, make whatever character you want, play it to about 10. We can. Let's do it. All right, so... Yep, don't fall down here, otherwise you'll be like that dude's corpse down there. And we're gonna try to move like right over here. Oh, the Witch of the Wood. The Witch of the Wood is up right here. She is red. Indifferent to my presence. She is a downward facing chevron. What the fuck does that mean? Yeah, you can't, you can't kill her, but that's really interesting. I'd not seen her before. Now, I don't know if she socials with the spiders. Yeah, grab that shit. Let's see. Hey, you get over here. You leave my cleric alone. I'm gonna go talk to her in just a second. See, this is what I like right here. They have problems running away from us. All right. Perhaps we'll have in common traveler. See you soon. There's a group down below pulling. Yep. Widow pop, orb weaver pop. Be careful. Orphan weaver, sorry, not orb weaver. To your right, to your right, to your right. Never mind. I think you only got the one. Yeah, you only got the one. It was standing next to you. It was crazy. Yep. Just don't want to hit my dire grip right here and bring the Witch of the Wood in. I don't feel like testing that theory. Okay. Works for me. Torque says I think you need to grip it for science. Oh, and Torque wasn't here this whole time. Damn it! So he heard me talking. Don't ignore what you heard. Ignore what you heard, Torque. Okay, it did not grab her, but she is also out of line of sight of the tree, so maybe that is why. Oh, you didn't miss anything, Torque. Don't worry about it. $20 seconds on Divine Favor. All right, so folks in chat, if you had to pick a class for me to play, what would it be? Any class. Could be another tank, could be a healer, could be yeah, I can grab him, or yeah, you or I can do it. So what I will do is just go yoink. He's gonna be rooted for just a second. Or you can use your Mez. Mez should let him out too. Screaming Terror. You got that butt aggro on pulls, that's wild. So Ranger, Rogue, also wouldn't mind seeing Rogue. Or how to play Summoner efficiently. I want to say rogue because, you know, Aleth will kit you out. Even donate my 2 maces for now. Ranger. Now I did main a ranger. That was the thing for pre-EA, so I did do that already. Ranger is a lot of fun. The reason I didn't do it this time around was because of it's very, very active, and I feel like I wouldn't do it justice. Wizards, so we can duo Chevron mobs together. That's true. I was expecting most people to say wizard, honestly. But then we need to find a solid tank for our group. Well, I figure people want to see those big numbers. All good. They're like, oh no, look, we're in Mad Run. Now we have to stay. It was so hard to get here. This is true. Love this patch so far. Glad to hear it. People get more solo mobs. The solo mobs are dropping gear now. Only uncommon. They're not gonna. It's not gonna drop rare gear. Only the uncommon stuff. Yeah, you're a little. Yeah, I get it. A little bitter. Mm-hmm. What level? You got your paladin to 6? Okay. Alright, I have a theory. I want to try it. No, don't pull. I'm going to wait for that widower to path off, and I'm going to see if I can yoink that weaver up here. Yeah, I could try that. I need him to move though. I don't know where it went. He's stuck in the wall and he's stunning me. He should teleport to me in a second. Oh yeah, I'm gonna fuck off. Y'all just stay right there. Yep, follow me, go northeast. Alright, that was a poor idea. I'm glad we tried that there and not anywhere else. Just come northeast and keep running. Mine did, yep. Everybody good? I like how Hardwiz is also over here in this group. Keep running. Okay. Okay, just stay right where you're at. No, just stay where you're at. Don't keep running off. Just stay there. Or actually come to me. Just come back this way. Babe, just yeah, this might be a good moment. Yeah, we can move over along that ridge and just see what else is back there. So I think I'm actually just gonna park right here on these stones. Alright, messed up. We'll use the restroom real quick. Be right back. Alright, I'm back. You guys think we can scale this wall? What do you think? Oh no. No. Ah, shit. He had the same thing. Oh gosh. I can't climb up. Oh man. Can he make it down? Oh, nice. Stuck the landing. I wonder if you can go. We made it, folks. We made it. Mostly. That didn't go as planned. It shot me off just enough to make me miss that ledge and smack down here. Hey, babe. I can't believe I fucking cratered. Oh, gosh. All right, now I have to find my wife in order to... Oh, my gosh. I can't believe I just did that. I cratered. Oh, well. Oh, by the way, I know most of you are followed already over on YouTube, but if you have not, I am 50 subs over on YouTube away from my goal for the end of the year. I would greatly appreciate it if you guys head over there. Click on that, click on sub. That would be great. Those who are already on YouTube, I appreciate it. Those who are already following me on YouTube, I greatly appreciate it. If you don't know, I have a lot of YouTube content on this game over there. Class overviews that are 5 minutes or less, some new player guides, etc., etc. Highly recommend you check them out. Let me see what she is doing. Awesome. I greatly appreciate the sub over there on YouTube. Thank you so much. We will get there. We are trending to definitely make it by the end of the year. So that's big, big grats for me on my goal, and a big, huge thank you to you guys for helping me get there. Nordov, thank you for the follow. Welcome in. Look at those calves. Aren't they nice? Let's see if I can get my cleric back over here to res me. That's what I get for screwing around and jumping off. All right, so we ended up like with what? Ranger, Rogue for classes to play. All right, so here's what we're gonna do, folks. I think I don't want to keep y'all sitting here while people are getting dinner and all that kind of stuff and just being bored staring at my corpse. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna call the stream here and we'll start back up when we resume. Does that sound good with everybody? Feel free to jump over to your other streamers, etc., etc. The real question is, are you gonna do Wild's End where some of us are? Yeah, I might do that. I'm absolutely might do that. I would like to see the Wild's End start. So I might see if we get a group of us to just do a Wild's End start, or start here and then run to Wild's End and level there. That might be a thing. Yeah, let me see what I can get set up. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to end the stream here, hop over to whoever you want to view in the meantime. I think Jadion's streaming, Trexid might be streaming, etc., etc. Actually, let me see. I might just raid over there. Hold on. Yeah, let me raid Trexid. I'm going to raid Trexid. All right, so we're going to send you guys over to Trexid for a little bit. I shall be back here shortly, so if you want to come back over and hang out, I greatly appreciate it. If not, enjoy hanging out with Trexid. All right, I greatly appreciate you guys. I'm sending you over there now. You guys on YouTube, I greatly appreciate